So the big picture for this lesson is solving inequalities. So the question here is, you have to give your sister $20 and you want to buy a pair of shoes for $36. How much money will you need to have with you? So you know you need to give $20 and you want to buy a pair of shoes for $36. So basically, the amount of money you need to have with you, you don't know, we'll call that X. So X, and then minus the $20 that you need to give your sister, you need to have greater than or equal to that being 36. Otherwise, you won't have enough money to buy the shoes. So how much money do you need to have with you? Add 20 to both sides. X is greater than or equal to 36 plus 20, which is 56. So that means you have to have at least $56 with you. Okay, so this inequality solves just like an equation when you're adding or subtracting. You just bring the sign down with you just like you would an equals sign. So an inequality that can be solved using these techniques might be something like this. 4x is less than 16. Maybe negative 2x is greater than or equal to 5. Just a couple examples. We'll do a couple more in a minute. So the steps for solving these inequalities are very much like the steps for solving equations. So to get the x isolated here, divide by 4 on both sides. The 4's simplify out. You get x is less than 16 divided by 4, which is 4. Pretty straightforward. This next one, divide by negative 2 on both sides. So the negative 2's simplify out and you get x. Now here's where it gets a little tricky. If you're multiplying or dividing by a negative number, you have to switch the direction of the inequality. So what happens here is it's less than or equal to negative 5/2. So why do you have to switch the inequality sign? So the original inequality was negative 2x greater than or equal to 5. So let's model this on the number line and see what happens. 5 is right here. I'm doing a closed circle. And negative 2 is greater than or equal to 5. So normally greater than or equal to 5 would be going this way. And if we wanted to look at dividing this into 2, we'd be putting it right here, and that would be 5/2 or 2.5, whichever way you want to look at it. But you have this negative here, and the negative means you're going to be flipping around which way you're going on the number line. So instead of the positive 2.5, it's going to be the negative 2.5 or negative 2.5. And then instead of going greater than, we're going to be going less than. So that's why you need to flip the inequality sign when you're multiplying or dividing by a negative. You're just flipping the model on the number line to go the other direction. Okay, let's look at this type of a question. What if you have x divided by 4 is greater than 9? Well, to solve this one, you need to solve by multiplication. You're going to multiply by 4/1 on both sides. And the reason why is because 4/1 is a reciprocal of 1/4, or dividing by 4. So what happens here is you end up getting 4x divided by 4 is greater than 9 times 4, which is 36. And then you can say divided by 1, but we don't need to do that necessarily here, because 36 divided by 1 we know is 36. So simplify these 4's and you get x by itself, and you get x is greater than 36. So that's the big picture for this lesson.